Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Vice, and today we are watching FRIEREN Beyond Journey's End, episode 28, the finale of season 1. Incredible journey, incredible ride. I love this show. I love the characters, I love the storylines, I love seeing the little day-to-day moments within them, and also the overall plot. It's just been such a joy to see such a rich, complex world with incredible storytelling that builds upon itself constantly. It's just been really a joy. In the last episode, we passed and failed the final test. It was an interview with Zarya, and she failed FRIEREN, but she passed Fern. Now Fern is going to become a first-class mage, and she's going to be able to ask for a piece of magic from Zarya, and I'm very curious what she's going to ask for. Also, we had a quick little flashback of when Himmel and FRIEREN met for the first time, and it wasn't when Himmel went into the woods to find her, it was when Himmel was a little kid and got lost in the woods, and she found him. She helped him get out of there, and she showed him magic for the first time. She showed him so much kindness as a kid that when he was looking for a mage, he just wanted FRIEREN. He wanted the mage from the woods. And that's just beautiful storytelling that the spell she used, the flower spell, came back in such a way that was so critical and so important. And I just really love it. I can't wait to watch this finale. So without further ado, let's get into it.
私はフリーレン様の弟子です。合格だ。次。宮廷魔法使いの電剣。
Are we gonna pass Denkin or fail him?
それは光栄だな。
Pass him, please?
軍所属の魔法使いの叩き上げが今や北側諸国で最も権力を持った魔法使いだ。その美談はよく聞く。正直、お前が若い頃に会いたかった。
Interesting.
血の気と野心に満ち溢れた。若かりし頃に。私は燃えかすには興味はない。
Oh my god.
そう思っていたのだが。
Okay. Are you gonna offer him to be your student? Like, what's happening?
お前、私を見たとき、どう戦うか考えただろう。
ほんの一瞬だけだ。すぐに諦めた。
合格だ。
You pass.
まだ燃えている。
Nice.
普通は戦うだなんて発想は湧かない。
Pass? What are you gonna think about Ubel?
合格だ。
Yeah.
まだ何も話していないけど。
I don't know why I'm so excited that she
会話が
passed.
必要なのか。
I just really like her.
それもそうだね。
ふざけるなよ。
何が？
これは一級試験だぞ。
Is that the clone?
試験会場に一度も来ないバカがどこにいる？
生身の僕も試験会場に来ているよ。じゃなきゃ不参加で。
この試験期間中、本体は
Throughout the
故郷の
exam
村から
period,
出
your
てい
actual
ない。
body never left your hometown?
今はのんびりティータイムか。
He was never there. Literally never.
ユーベルにもバレなかった。
実にいい度胸だ。合格。
And he passed.
北部魔法
Why do I feel like
隊
she's
長
gonna
の
fail
ディアベ
him?
ルかな。私の知る二級魔法使いの中では一番の武闘派だ。私を一人
There's just been too many passes in a row that I'm like, oh, she's gonna fail him.
だがそれは恐怖による判断ではない。
勝てない勝負をするバカは二級魔法使いにすらなれねえ。
Okay, he's gonna pass.
それもそうだ。好きな魔法を教えろ。
魔法ってのは殺しの道具だぜ。好きも嫌いもあるか。
I neither like nor dislike any spells.
合格だ。
Yeah, he passed.
次。私を見てどう思った？
I thought you were
ちっちゃ
small
く
and
て可
cute.
愛いなと思いました。
You pass.
今年の受験者はどうなっている？合格だ。全然すまなかったな。確かに今年は豊作だ。
フリーレン様、受かりました。よくやった。
フリーレン。ここまで来れたのはお前たちのおかげ。これで故郷に墓参りに行ける。
なあフェレン、まだかよ。
On bread? Oh no. I'd choose cookies. Cookies win. All the time.
これにしましょう。これ。
There's more than enough. Just share them.
遠慮せず食べなさい。わしの若い頃は甘いものなんてめったに食べられなかっ
ありがとうございます。
た。若造も食べろ。
Stark is very suspicious. He's like, what's going on here?
誰なの？
Oh, that's right. He has no idea. He's like, this is just a random old man.
宮廷魔法使い。お貴族様じゃねえか。タメ口叩
Oh
い
my
てすみま
god.
せんでした。
Stark's thing with nobles is so funny.
わしは魔法
And
使いとして
understandable.
この町に来た。
でも無関係な俺までご馳走してもらうのは
どうせ金の使い道などない。
ないってことはないでしょ。
そうです。 お孫さんとか。
No. No
わし
family.
には子も孫も
I
お
knew
ら
it.
ん。わしが20半ばの時に妻に
Oh,
先
very
立たれ
young.
た。もともと体が弱かった。戦争に敗れた北部高原の辺境貴族の霊
That's
場
the
で
grave
な。
you want to see. Your
あの
wife.
頃のわしには富も権力も必要だ。それしか救う手立てをわしは知らんかった。ゼーリエが特権を掲げて大陸魔法協会を樹立したのは妻が亡くなってほどなく
Oh,
し
it was
て
just
からだ。
after she had already passed.
あれほどの無力かとうに皮肉なものだ。今ではわしは国ですら動かせるというのに、わしにとって魔法は清掃の道具でしかなかった。フリーレンに伝えてくれんか。
Aw,
魔
that's
法
so
が楽しい
sweet.
ものだったと
Magic can be
久
fun
々に
in
思い
FRIEREN.
出せた。わしは
FRIEREN
勇
is
者一
changing
行の
lives.
フリーレンに憧れて魔法
Just
使い
like
にな
Himmel
ったん
did.
だ。
いい魔導書がいっぱい買えた。
おいババア、このカゴに入れればいいの。あれを無視はねえだろ。
したって少しは悩んだ。
She did. She thought for a moment and then was like, never mind.
意外なもんだな。勇者ヒンメルのな。
ヒンメルの仲間なら何？私の方こそ意外だった。第一次試験でフェルンたちを殺そうとした。フェルン愚痴ってたよ。犬とか蹴っ飛ばしてそうなやつだって。
You seem like someone who'd kick a
よく言われ
dog.
るわな。単なる脅しだよ。まあ一人殺しておいた方が世のためになりそうなやつがいたけどな。
She's gonna be a
故郷の
problem.
村を守るためなら何だってする。一級魔法使いになりたかったのも望む魔法が与えられる特権のため。強え魔法が手に入れば。でもな、それと関係ない場所でも困っているやつがいたら、俺の故郷は北の辺境でな。勇者ヒンメルの逸話はいくらでも残っている。
So Himmel inspires you to help people.
宣教の塔の攻略、七宝剣、不死なるベーゼや光極竜との戦い。ガキの頃の俺はそんな冒険探が大好きだった。でも村のジジババどもはそんな話めったにしやがらねえ。やれ村を襲った魔物を退治しただの、やれ商人の護衛をしただの。ひどいもん。単なる荷物運びまでは全然大したことじゃねえ。つまんねえ話だ。なのに村のジジババは
Yeah, because Himmel was a real person to them, not just a hero from the stories.
勇者ヒンメルが死んで魔族の残党が暴れ始めてからよく分かったよ。確かに宣教の塔もベーゼも光極竜も魔王すら俺の村には関係ねえわな。日々の生活を守るので勇者ヒンメルが俺の村に来なかったら世界が平和になってもそこに。
何が言いたいの？
俺をここまで連れてきたのは勇者ヒンメルのくだ
That's
らない
nice.
冒険
That's
探
actually
だ。
really nice to hear. That it was him as a person that inspired you rather than him as a hero.
出会いは大切にしろ。
Right. Because Himmel changed the world with small encounters,
死別だけじゃない。
and so can FRIEREN. And FRIEREN is. She's following in his footsteps for sure.
フリーレン、魔法で向こうまで順番に運んだりはできないのですか？
それだと私だけこっちに残っちゃうでしょ。
ヒンメル、俺たちは一刻も早く魔王を倒さねばならん。こんな小さな人助けに
What point is there in helping people in insignificant ways? Helping people is never
確かに
insignificant,
小さな人助けだ。きっとこんなことをしたって。
right? It won't change the world, but it'll change life for one single
でも
person.
僕は目の前で困っている人を見捨てるつもりはないよ。
大丈夫だよヒンメル。世界はちゃんと変わっている。今夜特権の授与があるのですが、同伴者がいてもいいそうです。
Oh, you're allowed to bring
せっ
guests.
かくですし、みんなで一緒に行きましょう。
I didn't think you would be. That's cool. Oh, she does not want to see
すごく
Zarya.
嫌そうな顔してる。同伴者ありって聞いていたんですけど。申し訳ありません。
Miss FRIEREN is
ゼーリエ様から
prohibited.
の通達でフリーレン様
Zarya doesn't want to see her either.
今後1000年は
For the next 1000 years?
の施設には立ち入らないようにと。フリーレン様が何をしたって言うんですか？
Oh my
仕
god.
方がないよ。ゼーリエの機嫌を損ねてしまったからね。まったく子供みたいな人だよね。外で待っているね。
俺も外で待ってるよ。
But you're not prohibited.
おーい。問いの金だな。
そろそろ特権の授与が終わる頃かな。
ああ。
フェルンも立派になったね。この時代では
Fern will probably become a more famous mage than me. Wow.
フリーレンさん、
It's you. Are you gonna challenge her to a
大
fight?
陸魔法協会の人だね。
一級魔法使いのレルネン、ゼイリエ様の弟子の一人です。ゼイリエ様がご迷惑をおかけしたようで。
構わないよ。昔からそういう人だったから。
どうしたんだよフリーレン。
He wants to fight
やっ
her.
ぱり見えているね。私の魔力の揺らぎが。でもない手だれだ。
The
平和な時代に
peaceful
は
era
似つか
doesn't
わしく
suit
ないね。
you.
そう
Wow.
です。私は戦いしか知らない時代遅れの魔法使いです。ゼイリエ様にもよく言われます。魔王軍との戦火の時代に生まれ、名だたる英雄たちと共に歴史にその名を残したであろうと。
それで私に何のような。
ゼイリエ様の弟子の中で歴史に名を残したの
The
は
only one of
もは
her
やおとぎ
students
話
that
となった
name is
大魔
remembered
法
as
使い
Flame.
フランメのみ。方が生きた証がまた一つ消えることになります。私はあの方を未来で
You don't want
一
Zeria to be
人孤独
alone.
にさせたくないのです。それが伝説の魔法使いフリーレン様を討ち
Wait,
取
what?
った
He's not killing FRIEREN. Oh, he actually got her.
手合わせを願えますか。
I request a
手合
duel.
わせはしないよ。歴史に名を残す必要なんてないよ。ゼーリエはちゃんと覚えている。最後に一つ、この花畑、魔法で作られたもん。先生が好きだった魔法。くだらない魔法だって言っていなかったっけ。
正直フランメは
Flame was a
失敗作だ。
failure.
あれほどの才を持ちながら
That's what you're looking for. You're looking for a mage that can reach your heights to stand by your side?
その後もたくさんの弟子を取ってどれも私の足元にも及ばないままほとんどが先だ。だが不思議なものだ。気まぐれで取ったはずの弟子なのに一人一人の性格も好きな魔法も鮮明に思い出せる。
Yeah.
フリーレン、なぜか私は
I've never
弟子を
regretted taking on any of my
後悔
students.
したことは一
And
度
you
もない。
remember them all, which I thought she would remember them because she obviously remembers Flame. But look
自
at that.
分の弟子にすら素直に気持ちを伝えられないんだ。本当に子供みたいな人だよ。
フリーレン様、物件の授与が終わりました。
What did you choose? What did you get?
その方
Yeah,
に
he's not gonna continue to fight her.
都会で治療しないとね。ところでフェルン、昨日はどんな
Yes, tell me, what did you take?
わかりませんか？
Nope.
服が綺麗になっている。それになんかフローラルな香りが。これはまさか。
服の汚れをきれいさっぱり落と
A
す魔法
spell
で
to
す。
make clothes clean
こ
and
れで洗濯が
spotless.
楽になります。
さすがは生ける魔導書ゼーリエだね。神話の時代に存在したとされる伝説級の魔法だ。
Oh my god, really?
でかしたフェルン。それでこそ私の弟子だ。
So cute.
当然です。フリーレン様、ゼーリエ様はすごく安い
No,
な
she
顔を
wouldn't.
していました
She
け
would
ど
not be.
正気かお前。
だろうね。いい君だ。
Hey, are we gonna journey with them?
フリー
That'd
レ
be cool if they joined us.
本当にありがとうね。私たちは不合格だったけれども、3年後また頑張ることに楽しかったよ。元気でね。
じゃあまた
I
ね。
guess not. They're not coming with
ま
us.
たね。
I should have known better.
ザイン様の時もそうでしたけど、随分あっさり別れますね。
クラフトの時もだ。
Because they're all coming back.
ヒンメルってさ、すごくあっさり人と別れるよね。
変かな。
まあらしくないとは思うな。依頼とはいえ2週間も旅路を共にした仲だ。それに彼とは毎晩のように酒を酌み交わして、それはもう
生臭
そうだね。でも旅を続けている以上、
Right, because it's not goodbye, it's see you later.
涙の別れなんて僕たちには似合わない。
Tearful goodbyes aren't our
だって
style.
また会った時に恥ずかしいからね。
Aww. Why did that make me want to cry? Why am I tearing up? Is it because FRIEREN cried her heart out after he died, and now she's gonna see him again in heaven whenever she gets there? And it's gonna be embarrassing because she cried? I don't know, but that last one, that got me a little. I love this ending, by the way. I love how it's showing where everyone is, where they're going. Oh, who is that? Who is that with the umbrella? Who are you with, Zine?
また会った時に恥ずかしいからね。
何ですか？それは。
It would be embarrassing when we meet again. And that was FRIEREN Beyond Journey's End, episode 28, the finale of season 1. Wow, that ending with Himmel, my eyes teared up. I couldn't believe that. Like I was on the edge of having a tear drip down my face. I couldn't believe that that's what got me. because it's such a small, simple thing about how, of course, he does quick goodbyes because he's going to see them again. And it would be embarrassing if they did this drawn out, heartfelt goodbye and then you saw him like 2 weeks later. But also, it just reminded me of the first episode, which I mentioned in the outro, but it reminded me of how when Himmel died, FRIEREN cried like a baby. She cried, she bawled, she was so upset. And of course, Himmel was already dead at that point, so he didn't see it. But now that we're journeying on our way to heaven to meet Himmel again, maybe he did see her crying like that over him. And maybe it will be embarrassing to see him again after you cried like a baby over him. Who knows? But like, that's kind of what I thought about when that scene was happening. And, my heart. This show is just so good. It's so good. Let's talk about the episode and then I will dive in about the series itself. Land was a clone this entire time. Every single moment through the test taking, through being in the city, he was a clone. And the real self was at home, reading a book, sipping tea this entire time. That's crazy to me. Insane. Of course Zarya passed him because wow, that's bold. And then he still even tried to trick Zarya too. But Zarya could see right through him. And it's so cool. I felt like that reveal, it just meant a lot because also, like Land mentioned, Ubel couldn't even figure that out. Or if she did, she didn't let on to it at all. But I really liked that. And then Denkin. Zarya passed Denkin because of the fire in his eyes and how he considered fighting her but then decided not to. And she even mentioned, like, if only he was younger, which makes me believe that if he was younger, she would have asked to take him on as her student, which is high praise. And then we had, I can never pronounce his name, Bierbel. I really liked that he got to have a conversation with FRIEREN and talk about Himmel and how Himmel, the person, is who inspired him. Little kind things that he did that wasn't very heroic or brave necessarily, but it meant a lot to the people there. And it obviously meant a lot to Bierbel because as demons came back into the world and decided to attack towns again, he realized that Himmel is needed in this world. Kind people, just for the sake of being kind, are needed in this world. He was going to be the kindness that people needed him to be. And I love that he was inspired by Himmel the person rather than Himmel the hero. I feel like there's a significant difference there. I liked the distinction. I did love FRIEREN speaking to Himmel, and she looked towards the sky. It just reminded me of a comment I got that Himmel, his name means heaven or sky, and so of course, if she's talking to him, she's going to be looking at the sky. I just love that little detail there. But I also feel like FRIEREN is also becoming Himmel in a way by inspiring people, by reminding people of the good things in life, because Denkin even mentioned in this episode that FRIEREN made him realize that magic can be fun. And I feel like FRIEREN is having an effect on people just by being herself. And so she's kind of like Himmel in that way, because she is inspiring other people as FRIEREN the person rather than FRIEREN the mage from the party of heroes. You know, like there's a distinct difference between the two. And then we had that whole situation with Lernen. That confused me for a bit. I did have to go back once or twice to actually read everything and trying to understand what he thinks, because it seems like he believes that Zarya wants her students to live on in history, wants them to be famous, and he feels like he failed her in that regard, whereas Flamme did not, because everybody knows Flamme's name, and that Lernen feels like his master will be alone if his name does not go down in history, even if it's for an infamous reason, such as killing FRIEREN the mage. Very interesting perspective there, and I think it was very much driven by the fact that Zarya was disappointed in him, and so he wanted to do something that would make her not disappointed in him. But I also think he wanted to do something that would make him be remembered by Zarya, specifically, because she has had countless students, apparently, and maybe she doesn't mention them by name to Lernen, but obviously Zarya does remember each and every one of them. And the last thing to mention, Fern's privilege. I'm so glad she chose such like a nothing spell. Like obviously very useful for day-to-day activities, your clothes will stay clean. So that's awesome because it means you don't have to do laundry. So wonderful, great spell. I think it's very useful. I don't think it's useless at all. But it's really funny that Zarya obviously thinks it's a stupid spell and like a waste to even ask for. And I think it also just reminded Zarya that Fern is FRIEREN's student. I love that choice. Now let's talk about the series as a whole. Incredible series. I feel like the world building is done so well because every little detail builds upon what we were last shown in a previous episode or like previous episodes ago. it expands the world in such a natural way that I feel like there's no disconnect. There's no real huge surprise at anything because it does feel like it all fits together very well. The magic system in particular, I think the show did a great job explaining it with mana and spells, and also how those spells can be evolved. I really liked how everything was so intertwined with history. I feel like this show should be an inspiration for writers, because not only is the setting and the world building so well done, but the stories contained within it are too. Even the slower episodes, they were still very well done. A lot of shows focus on plot only. Every single episode needs to drive the plot, and it needs to drive it in a significant way. And I feel like because so many shows these days are short, like a lot of seasons are like 8 to 12 episodes long, everything needs to happen so fast that I feel like we lose out on the character building because we're so focused on plot and twists and turns that we lose the characters a little bit. And that's why I like anime in particular, because there's usually a lot of episodes in a series. Yes, we are focused on the plot, of course we are, but I found in anime, we really give a lot of time to the characters being characters. Like, we get to know them on such an intense level that it makes us care more when things happen to them later on. I don't know, I just have so many good things to say about this show. It's just so good. The fight scenes are incredible, the magic is beautiful, characterization is wonderful, and the plot is so unique, and I really love that. Incredible first season. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought about this episode and what you thought about the series as a whole. I really want to know, like, what are your thoughts? How did you feel about this episode being the finale? Because it's definitely not a finale that a usual show would give. Did you like it? Because I did. Even though it wasn't like the typical finale, somehow this still felt like a finale to me. And I can't quite articulate why. Maybe it's because everything was wrapping up in the way it did, but I think this episode as a finale worked really well. But I do want to know what you thought, so let me know. If you enjoyed my reaction, please leave a like and subscribe, and check out my other shows here on the channel. And with that, thank you for watching. Until next time, bye!